Hello, everyone. Many of you have been asking, how do I find a company that is hiring right now? It seems like many job openings have been closed or have been put on pause, resulting in your time and energy being wasted during this stressful time. Does that sound about right? Due to my background in data analytics, I've decided to start capturing weekly and daily job creation data on LinkedIn and deliver a weekly episode on our findings. Here we will speak about the number of jobs in the industry, top 5 companies, the functions, titles, types, and experience levels. Hi, my name is Peter Kurbelin, and I'm the co-founder of Plus 5 XP. Our mission is to help students and young professionals gather 5 years experience faster. Let's take a deeper look at the Montreal job market, especially the jobs that were created in the last week. Our first point of data in our analysis is April 2nd at 10:19 p.m. from LinkedIn. Let's take a look at the top 5 industries that are recruiting right now in Montreal. We have IT, computer software, staffing and recruiting, financial services, and retail. The two I really want to speak about are retail and staffing and recruiting. So the reason why I want to talk about staffing and recruiting is because many young professionals don't really know what staffing and recruiting agencies do. So you have Randstad, Robert Half, Aerotech. You have many of them, and if you want a list, please comment below, and I'll be happy to find them for you. But they take a 15 to 20% cut from companies. So, for example, if you are a young professional making $50,000, they help recruit you. They would get a $7,500 fee to $10,000 fee. They're in your, I don't want to say best interest, but they're there to help sell you because they want revenue from you. You are the product to them. So right now that you are hunting each job individually, you can have a meeting with one of these agencies and they can go to many corporations and sell your aspect. I think this is a very interesting opportunity, especially in the COVID-19 pandemic. That is something that you need to take advantage of. Then the second one is retail. I don't want you to think of retail as you shop, people working at shopping malls. Retail's companies had to adapt to the new situation, and I would see this as more of jobs of e-commerce or more of product management or more of management because they have to even change strategies. And I think this I don't want you to confuse the two. Looking at the top 5 companies that are hiring right now in the last week is always interesting. So I was very shocked to see that CIUSSS de l'Ouest de l'Île de Montréal is actually the number one hiring in the last week. They're hiring a lot of nurses, a lot of people in healthcare. So that's why they're on top. Desjardins is hiring right now. That's, of course, financial. Randstad, we just talked about as a recruitment firm. Ubisoft, gaming industry, is something that's really big in Montreal and is definitely going to be growing. Look to see more gaming companies hiring. And Alteo is another company that is recruitment firm. So again, reach out to those two recruitment firms and see how you can help out as well. Looking at the job functions, it's always interesting to see how they're moving and how you can position yourself to take advantage of it. Regarding the first one, IT is no surprise. Other is just everything else. But engineering was always very surprising. A lot of my engineering students, especially, were nervous about the Pratt and Whitney's and Bombardier News, etc., and even Air Canada News. That they were really nervous about after graduation. But with engineering, with like 504 job openings in the last week, it's actually very interesting and something that they should definitely look into. Regarding sales, again, we talked about people are going to miss forecasted revenue targets. They're doing everything to try to make sure they hit them. So bringing in more salespeople makes sense. And management, with how things are shifting of the tactics, they're definitely going to have to hire more managers. This is again something that if you're a senior individual contributor, then you want to make that jump to management. This is a great time to make that opportunity. Look at the top 5 job titles that are getting hired right now in the last week. It's quite cool to look at because software engineer being on top, okay, we got it. Customer service, we talked about that, especially on the retail side. They need much more customer support because everyone's at home calling in. It's all digital. There's going to be a lot of pain points. It's great. Full stack engineer, okay, so much software, and salesperson. But what's really interesting is that nurse is actually on the bottom of the list right now. And that just shows how much that either Quebec is ahead of what is happening with COVID pandemic situation, or are we lagging behind? And this is going to be something that we're going to really want to pay attention to in the upcoming, in the upcoming aspect of our analysis. For job types, I'm happy to see that the full-time employment is still relatively high, especially in terms of percentage. But I would like to see what's going to happen to the contract jobs. Are they going to take more piece of the pie in the job types? Is volunteer going to spike? This is something that I'm really excited to look at when we do our analysis. But for right now, the full-time employment is keeping strong, which is actually good news for people who are graduating in the short term. But more importantly, what you should be looking at, because many young professionals always ask about your experience level, and the thought of that there's a barrier to entry because of experience. If you look at the data right now, entry level and associate is actually the number 1 and 2 in position. And just goes to show you that every job that's trying to be made to kind of combat the COVID-19 pandemic is entry and associate level, which is perfect for a young professional from 0 to 5 years experience. So looking at this data, I don't want you guys to be really stressed out. There are jobs available. They just are in different industries that you were not really looking at originally. And you just have to make that pivot and take some courses to make sure that you adapt to these situations. Thank you for watching our video. And please comment below if you have any ideas or you have any questions. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel as we will be posting our analysis every week. Thank you.